When we meet at congregational gatherings, frequently the question asked of us is, how are you? Very often we may respond or reply, oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, brother. Exactly what does being blessed in that context mean? I don't feel any pain, or I got money in my pocket, or things are good. Exactly what does blessed mean? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, Day 3, the Torah portion, Toldot, Generations. Let's go to Bereshit, or Genesis, chapter number 26. And in verse 1 and following, it says, and there was a scarcity of food in the land, besides the first scarcity of food, which was in the days of Abraham. And Yitzhak went to Abimelech, sovereign of the Philistines, in Gerar. And Yahweh appeared to him and said, do not go down to Mitzrayim, live in the land which I command you. Sojourn in this land, and I shall be with you and bless you. For I give all these lands to you and your seed. And I shall establish the oath which I swore to your Abraham, your father. And I shall increase your seed like the stars of the heavens. And I shall give all these lands to your seed. And in your seed all of the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because Abraham obeyed my voice, guarded my charge, my commands, my laws, and my Torah. And Yitzhak dwelt in Gerar. Very important promise here. Very distinct and set apart designation and proclamation being made to him. It's the same one that Yah himself gave to Abraham. Matter of fact, Yah is the only one who can make this designation and impartation, maybe a better word. The blessing in question here is the Bechira. If you want to transliterate that, B as in boy, B-E-C-H-I-R-A, the Bechira. The Bechira in particular designates two things. Number one, the land of Israel, and number two, the lineage of the seed. Now, what difference does this make? Whereas there is the brakah, the fatherly blessing of the father laying his hands on his next generation of heirs, in scriptural context, his sons. That is the father's blessings being upon them. We'll talk more about that a little later on. Then there is the Bechorah, B-E-C-H-O-R-A. Bechorah is the designation of the double portion heir, the firstborn. However, that firstborn status may be designated. Not always who's coming out of the womb first. But being considered the firstborn means receiving the Bechorah, the double portion. This was given to Joseph a little later on in our studies. The Bechira. Father does not give this to the Son. Only Yah, our Heavenly Father, can designate this. He established this for Abraham, and now he is speaking the same blessing to Yitzhak, to Isaac. He is saying to him, you receive the land, which borders I have already decreed. That's all the way back in chapter 15, from the river to the river. So when you hear people on videos or news reports chanting from the river to the sea, that's a demonic lie. Yah's word says from the river to the river, from the river of Egypt or Mitzrayim, the Nile, all the way to the river Euphrates. That's covenant land. No matter who's living within those boundaries currently, ultimately, at Yah's determination, that land belongs to one particular group of people, Am Israel. Nobody else in the earth. It's Am Israel's inheritance. Now, he says here that he is giving him this land and he needs to dwell in that land. Do not go down to Mitzrayim. You stay in this land. I will be with you. Your generations will be as numerous as the stars in the heavens. I got you, son. You're going to be blessed. This is the blessing that we need to be focusing on. In the book of Yochanan, John, chapter number 8, and we've referenced this many times, but it's an important verse. Yeshua is speaking to a group of people who say that they are believers in him, and he is telling them that if they will believe his word, that the truth of his word will make them free. They counter that they have never not been free. They've always been free. Maybe they forgot the Babylonian bondage. Maybe they forgot the times that the Ammonites or Moabites or Midianites or some other ites would have come in and pressured them, subdued them, required tribute from them, raided them. They've not always been free. So he answered and said, or they answered him and said in verse number 39, Abraham is our father. Yeshua said to them, if you are Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. I love that verse. He said, but now you seek to kill me. A man who has spoken to you the truth, which I have heard from Elohim, and Abraham did not do this. He said, you do the works of your father. And they said, we were not born of Horim. We have one father, Elohim. Oh, now they've elevated themselves from being the seed of Abraham to now they're B'nai Elohim. They are the sons of Elohim. He said, Yeshua said, if Elohim were your father, you would love me, for I came forth from Elohim and am here. For I've not come of myself, but he sent me. In verse 44, he said, you're of your father, the devil. No mincing of words here. You're your father, the devil, and the desires of your father you wish to do. He's a murderer from the beginning. It's not stood in the truth, because there is no truth in him. So he is accusing them, charging them with walking in falsehood, even though they're claiming to be walking as enlightened believers of Messiah. Why? Because as they are claiming bloodline lineage of Abraham, they're not walking in the belief of Abraham. Galatians chapter number 3. It says here, then verse number 26, for you are all sons of Elohim through belief in Messiah Yeshua. Oh, you want to claim to be B'nai Elohim. There's only one that can happen. One way is through belief in Messiah Yeshua. Whereas many of you, as were immersed in Messiah, have put on Messiah. There's not Yehudi, nor Greek, nor slave, nor free. There's not male, female, for you're all one in Messiah. And if you are of Messiah and in Messiah, then you are seed of Abraham and heirs according to the promise. So we are included with Abraham. However, let's go back just a little bit. It says in verse 16, but the promises were spoken to Abraham and to his seed. In this translation, seed is capitalized. He does not say, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to your seed, who is Messiah. So the Bekira that we're reading about is not just that there's going to be an innumerable, forget the word out, host of descendants from Abraham and Yitzhak and later Yaakov, but rather that they are of the lineage that will produce the particular seed, one seed in particular. Who is this seed? Bereshit, Genesis, chapter number 3. And in verse number 15, and I put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He shall crush your head, you shall crush his heel. This is the deliverer, the mighty one, the anointed Mashiach, who is to come and trounce upon the head of the serpent and crush him. The promise being made to Yitzhak here is that he is of the lineage that will produce this promised deliverer. What is important for us to understand then is that as we are of the walk and belief and obedience of Abraham and of Yitzhak and of Yaakov, we are considered a part of his seed, his generations. But we are found in Mashiach, the seed. So we are blessed. We're not blessed because of our bank account or our health status. We're blessed because of who we are, who we're included with and who we are a part of, Israel and Israel's Mashiach, Yeshua. We'll see you again tomorrow. Till then, shalom.